Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Trae, and me and my fiance are getting things packed up here in Big Bend, Texas, where we've been exploring this rugged, remote, beautiful area for the past 2 weeks. We actually have a video that we'll share with you guys. It should be linked up in one of these two corners. And we're moving on to New Mexico this weekend, a spot we haven't actually explored yet before called the Beastie Badlands. Have you heard of it? If not, hey, we're gonna check it out together. But enough introduction, because we gotta get packed up. We have a 12-hour drive this weekend and a few things we got to stop and get taken care of along the way. So let's go ahead and get to it. One thing you have to know about the desert is it is super dusty. And this is our air purifier. Oh my God, look at that. Look at this. We just dusted this yesterday. Honestly, it has been a satisfying 2 weeks here in Big Bend. And packing up from a place you really loved just does not get talked about enough, because it leaves you with this bittersweet nostalgia when you reflect on the time you had here, but knowing it's time you gotta move on. And looking around one last time gives me a sense of closure, knowing we had a great time here before heading on out for our next adventure. Time to do our annual lights check. Looking good. Looking good. And looking good. Tell you what though, I could probably stay here longer, because I mean, these views are gonna be hard to beat anywhere else we stayed this year. Like, it's just, like, I just did not expect this to blow me away the way it did here at the Terlingua Ranch Lodge. So if you're ever in town, albeit it is a little further away than most campgrounds, but I think it's worth it.
For the record, I wanted to be on the road by 8 again, but again, it did not happen.
No, it never happens that way. That's okay, so we're about to get on the way now. If you saw our previous 2 videos, you know we are staying at the end of a long, desolate 16-mile secondary road. And the last 3 miles of that is straight up gravel, which means getting out of here today is a slow and tedious process. I'm talking 2 to 4 miles an hour max on this gravel road. And it took Jess and I about 90 minutes to get on the main highway, which we wanted to stop by Terlingua one last time and grab some breakfast from our favorite spot down here.
All right, so it is my duty to go on ahead and grab us some really lunch now, but we did not have breakfast, so this will be our brunch. Mr. Trae said he wanted like a croissant breakfast sandwich. I'll add some bacon on there since I'm feeling extra nice, and an iced coffee. And I'm feeling that Mexican burrito again with some tamales, so looking forward to that.
So Jess is back with the food, and got a little iced mocha, croissant sandwich for me. And what'd you get? You got a burrito?
Yes.
Look at that, guys. Ham, bacon, cheese, egg. Hey Siri, take me to Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Getting directions to Las Cruces.
All right, we got it. The drive out of Big Bend leaves me feeling a bit nostalgic. On one hand, I'm looking forward to where we are going, but on the other, I know we won't be back next year in lieu of other winter getaways. So leaving this desert oasis this time around kinda hits me in the feels, I'm not gonna lie. And between Terlingua and the next town is nothing but high country desert, buttes, and mesas for the next 80 miles, except for a border patrol station that you'll see a good bit of when you come down here. Jess and I made it up to Alpine, which is the first town you're gonna hit leaving Big Bend, either Alpine or Marathon, but the way we're going, we hit Alpine, and there's already a $1 knockoff or close to it at the gas pump. Down in Big Bend, it was about $4.06. Down here at or up in Alpine, it is $3.15. So almost $1 there that you're gonna save. Jess and I just passed a town called Valentine, and the population on the sign said 73 people, which is insane because I've had college classes bigger than that. And then we were passing through the town, and sorry, we didn't catch any of that. We were just passing through. There was a sign on somebody's door that said it was "Pray it rains," and I'm thinking, because we met a gentleman in Big Bend who told us last year's annual rainfall was about an inch of rain. That is wild, and I'm sure rain is like sort of like a religion down here. Like once it rains, that's a great day. One thing that highways out west are known for is their high speed limits. All the way, even through towns, it's 75 miles an hour and sometimes even 80. For reference, I have the cruise control set to 65, and I typically never go above that. But Jess and I have seen other RVers fly past us at 80, 85, which I don't know how they feel comfortable doing that, knowing that's essentially putting an RV through a Category 1 hurricane. Technically, we're heading out to Gallup, New Mexico, but tonight we are staying at the halfway point in Las Cruces, New Mexico to split up the drive time. So it took us some time to figure out this Loves app because I just registered as a member, I think like last week. And well, we got to figure it out, but it knocks 10 cents off at the pump, which is nice. So it was originally $2.49 and now we knocked it down to $2.39. So hopefully can save some money this way. Are you waking up, man? Are you waking up? Oh, boy. Now, it's time to go knock out one of our errands today, which is on the other side of El Paso. However, since there is traffic and we wanted to save some time, that puts us on a detour that involves a mountain pass. And by the hues in the sky coming up, it looks like we might be in for a treat on the other side. And man, oh man, was I right. We caught this at the right time. And this has to be one of the best spots in all of El Paso to go watch a sunset.
We really need are some new water filters because all of ours that we had exploded due to the cold front that we got. Yeah, be girl. Yeah, baby. So we need to get a replacement, actually a few replacements, and we're gonna look into getting maybe a heated water hose. Even though winter's over, it's just gonna be nice to have.
Hopefully, we're not gonna bust another water filter soon. And the Camping World in El Paso is about 5 minutes away from the New Mexico border. But there's one other stop we have to make before reaching the halfway point tonight. Second stop of the night is at Walmart to get some groceries for the next 2 weeks. And my mission, because Jess is already inside getting groceries, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and bring out the slides. So we're just gonna bring the groceries from cart to fridge so that can save us a little time. I'm going to get set up on that. And yeah, I'm always nervous about bringing up slides, especially when I do it, because Jess normally does that. I'm always afraid of what it's going to look like in here, especially after a long travel day. So let's see. And of course, the fridge was sort of a mess when I opened it up. This is the way the RV is supposed to look, all organized. This was not the case when I found it, but all good to go now. She finally made it back, guys. Fried chicken. And Jess got a new pan because she's just getting tired of the old one. One thing that we are gonna try out this time with the eggs is put the eggs in this smaller fridge since the shelves do not fall down at all. So we're just gonna try this and see how it works. Hoping all goes well with the groceries, and guess where we are staying tonight? Yep, we are staying at another RV Loves. Ever since we discovered them, it's just so convenient to pass up versus our other sources like Hip Camp, and it's much nicer than a rest area. I typically don't put the Starlink out when we're just at an overnight stay at like a Love's RV spot, but tomorrow is Sunday and I still need to upload tomorrow's film for you guys, so that's what we're doing tonight. We're gonna upload tomorrow's film. Yeah. Good morning. Jess and I slept pretty well last night, and we even had other RV neighbors, which is honestly great because for the most part, it's usually just us at these things. And today is a bit chilly and incredibly windy, so I apologize for this terrible audio. So this Loves offers propane on site, so I think all I have to do is go up to this little call box and get in touch with somebody. I think that's it. We're gonna see. Hi there, would like to get some propane? A little coffee after filling up the propane, and a cookie from Wendy's for breakfast, which hit better than I thought it would. Also, woke up this morning to a tumbleweed squeezed under the RV, which is a sure sign you're in the Wild West. Around 9 a.m., we pack it up and head on over for gas before trying to navigate these high winds today. The RV definitely has a little sway, especially when it's just hitting it broadside. So, wish us luck. This future burst down this highway today. I'm not sure if you guys can see that over there, but that's a literal dust storm of like just haze and all kinds of stuff just in the wind. Today's route looks to be about 6 hours RV time, which isn't too bad and offers some beautiful views of New Mexico, which has some interesting names for towns like Truth or Consequences. Doesn't sound like a town I'd want to get a speeding ticket in, which is right before we get put on a back road that winds through a native reservation, and there is nothing for miles on end here. I read somewhere that New Mexico only has about a third of the population of its neighbors Colorado and Arizona, which makes sense. And finally, we made it to the hip camp right off of Route 66. But there is something strange about this place. So we've been out here for about 20 minutes now, and we're having some issues because one, we can't find where the water connection is. And we've been trying to reach the host, and they will not respond back to us. I think the host lives right here in this house. We've actually knocked on the door a few times, heard nothing, and this is off of Hip Camp, and we read through some of the reviews, which is they're sitting at a 96%, which is fairly good. It has a lot of reviews saying that people have loved the spot. It's one of the reasons why we booked it. It's because we always go off the reviews, but there's been a few mentions of the owner's been hard to get a hold of, and other members have went and knocked on the door and said, hey, can somebody go and check on them because nobody really answers you. Some people have had success, some people have never seen them their entire stay. It's just kind of odd, and all we need is just to find, we know where the power and the sewage is. We're just trying to figure out where is the water connection. That's our main goal right now. I guess the plan for Jess and I is just to start getting unpacked and getting settled as much as we can. That's really about it. Update. The host never messaged us back, but her sons did show up and helped us locate the water. All is well. And I want to show you guys another little thing that just made my day. And this is this 2-foot extension sewage. Like, it's not long. It's, it's almost laughable to get something just 2 foot in sewage. But this just saved us from having to reroute or having to swap hoses from our kitchen and our shower and laundry. So this long line right here, this long sewage is our shower, our laundry, and our bathroom. This orange hose right here, that is our kitchen. And oftentimes not, would get in situations to where this one wouldn't reach or this one wouldn't reach. And the times what you do end up in that, you either have to switch between, you switch the lines between the shower and the kitchen, or you just have to hook back up and reconfigure the RV. So this was perfect. It was literally just enough to get what we needed without having to do any extra work. So I'd recommend it. Hopefully I explained that well. I am going to check on our eggs and see if the little outdoor fridge hack worked. And let's see. So there are our eggs. And let's see, I'm even afraid to open this thing up. Did it work? Did it work? Oh, hang on. Let me check the second one. Let me check the second one. Guys, this is literally the first time, I kid you not, that we have not broken at least one egg. We're always losing an egg. For the next 2 weeks, we will be using this spot as a base to go see the beastie Badlands, which is about an hour north of us. But for now, it's time to stock up on groceries and have some dinner before heading to bed and starting the week. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this weekend as we traveled from Big Bend, Texas, all the way over to Gallup, New Mexico. Subscribe to the channel and come see us next week as we take on the beastie Badlands. Peace and much love.